Have you ever heard of a game with no winner? Only losers? A game that, once you start, you can't stop playing, even if it means you'll disappear forever. This isn't just another urban legend. This is the story of Helix, a board game that seems to have a mind of its own. It all started in a quiet suburban town. A group of kids found an old, unmarked board game at a garage sale. The board was simple, a spiral path leading to a strange helix symbol in the center. The rules were vague, almost nonsensical. But the most peculiar thing was what happened after they finished playing. They'd put the pieces back in the box, but the next morning, the pieces would be right back on the board, set up for a new game, as if beckoning them to play again. One by one, the children who played the game started to vanish. No signs of a struggle, no ransom notes, nothing. They were just gone. The only link? This mysterious board game. The police were baffled. Parents were terrified. The town was gripped by a quiet panic. Now, you might be thinking this sounds like a classic ghost story, a cursed object pulling people into another dimension. But what if the explanation is far more chilling because it's rooted in a real, observable, scientific phenomenon? Enter the collective decision anomaly. It's a concept from swarm intelligence and behavioral science. Think about a flock of birds or a school of fish. They move together, turning and swooping as if controlled by a single consciousness. No single bird or fish is in charge. The decision to move is made by the group, collectively. Sometimes this process goes wrong. The system gets stuck in a feedback loop, leading the entire group to a disastrous outcome, like flying into a building or beaching themselves. The group becomes trapped by its own collective choice. So, how does this relate to a haunted board game? Investigators and researchers who looked into the Helix case proposed a terrifying theory. The game wasn't possessed by a spirit. It was designed to exploit this very anomaly in the human mind. The strange rules, the ambiguous goals, and the mesmerizing spiral design weren't random. They were engineered to subtly influence the players, pushing them into a state of heightened groupthink. Each move in the game wasn't just a strategic choice. It was a small surrender of individual will to the group. The game encouraged a strange, unspoken cooperation. Even though they were supposed to be competing, as they played again and again, their minds began to sync up. Much like that flock of birds. They started making decisions, not as individuals, but as a single entity, guided by the game's internal logic. The helix symbol in the center of the board was key. In many cultures, spirals and helices represent cycles, journeys, and even hypnotic states. The design was likely meant to focus the players' collective attention, drawing them deeper into this shared psychological space. They were no longer just kids playing a game. They were becoming components in a machine, their thoughts and actions governed by the system they were part of. The automatic resetting of the pieces wasn't supernatural. It was a psychological trigger. It reinforced the idea that the game was inevitable, that their participation was not a choice. Each morning, seeing the pieces ready to go, the compulsion to play again would be overwhelming. It was a perfectly designed trap, a feedback loop that couldn't be broken. So where did the children go? The theory suggests they didn't disappear in the paranormal sense. Instead, the collective decision anomaly reached its horrifying conclusion. The game guided their synchronized minds to a final, unified action. Did they all decide to run away together, following a path only they understood? Did they collectively walk into the nearby woods and simply keep walking? The anomaly suggests that once the group is locked into a decision, it's almost impossible for an individual to break away. They would have followed the group's will, even if it led to their own destruction. It's a disturbing thought. The enemy wasn't a demon or a ghost, but a flaw in our own social programming, weaponized and put into a box. The game created a temporary hive mind, and then led that mind to the children weren't taken. They were led astray by a silent, invisible force they created themselves. The original Helix game was eventually found and is now locked away in a research facility. But the story serves as a chilling reminder. We all participate in collective decisions every day, from social media trends to office politics. We are constantly influencing and being influenced by the group. The tale of the game without a winner forces us to ask, How much of our will is truly our own, and how easily can it be hijacked? It makes you think twice the next time you unpack an old board game, doesn't it? What hidden rules are you agreeing to play by? Thanks for watching. If you found this story as unsettling and fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the strange and unexplained. See you next time.